Hey YouTube, this is Rescue Amusement Park Fan 62. Here's my full review of Kings Island for their 50th anniversary spectacular this year. Now, please note this, I'm going to review what I can of this and I will go from there. So basically, it was an all season thing, but a majority of this started May the 28th, basically when the water park opened up, and then ended, I believe it was May or August like 16th or something in that ballpark. It was around almost mid August. So now this is where the park really shined. I will say that. Now, a lot of the stuff was similar to a normal day at Kings Island, but there was a few things that were different. First of all, coming in, so on the sign as well as the parking toll structure, there was probably around 20 to 25 um, 50th anniversary flags, which look really neat. Um, so you kind of knew you were in for something. So once you parked and you head toward the front, nothing really changed other than a sign in the front that said the 50th anniversary. And then the cool thing was it had pictures of different things from Kings Island's past. So it had stuff like Banshee and um, stuff like that. Now, once you got in on either side of International Street, they had these cool. The best way I can describe it is it's like um, carnival style theming, sort of, where it was like it had like 50th anniversary, and then it had these colorful like things tied together. Then on the Eiffel Tower itself, it had a sign that said like 50th anniversary or something like that on the lower part. So that was kind of neat. So the food is where this really shined. Food and drinks, I should say, because most of the Kings Island food booths had something, as well as it named after a ride or attraction from the park's past, which was neat. So it had stuff like a vortex thing, King Cobra, and all that, and all this other stuff. And it was neat because it was like different foods and stuff that you really wouldn't think about in an amusement park. For example, they had this one where it was sushi in an amusement park. One of the cool things was, I believe it was themed after the Dinosaurs Alive attraction that they had, where it was like these two giant, um, I believe they call them chicken wings, but it almost looked like a half chicken sort of thing. And that was kind of neat. Now, of course, stuff like Chick-fil-A and all them didn't really have anything for this, which is okay, I guess, in this situation. But the other cool things that they had was they had this thing. I think it was called like the Golden Spritz. Unfortunately, I didn't try it. I wanted to, but just didn't get around to it. Where it had, I think it was like pineapple juice and Sprite in it, and then you can also get it with alcohol as well. So that was kind of a neat thing, and then it was served in a mason jar that had 50th anniversary on that. Um, so that was where it shined, and then of course they had other stuff to sort of reflect it. So stuff um, like yellow or gold cotton candy and stuff like that. So it was a lot of this stuff that made it shine. Um, and it was a lot of the entertainment was sort of based around the birthday aspect of it. Of course, they still had like a country show and some other stuff, but it was stuff like that. Um, Now, as far as I'm aware, if they didn't have any parades this year except for Christmas, and that's another video for another day regarding this. But now you get to the end of the night. Now, the cool thing that they did is they had a fireworks spectacular on this. Now, if you saw my two videos that I did of it, you would know what I mean in this situation. But if you didn't, first of all, I highly suggest you go check them out. Now, the cool thing about it is this they combined drones along with fireworks and music together. Now, a lot of this was neat because they had these lights that would shine up on the Eiffel Tower itself. And so they would do different things along with the lights along International Street, which had like those same lights that shine up on the Eiffel Tower, along with some general like cool spotlight looking things. So they would do different things. Um, if you saw my ending to a haunt, you would know what I'm talking about. I highly suggest you look at that video as well to kind of know what I mean in this situation. Now, but the cool thing about it was this it talked about, through these drones, some of the cool things from Kings Island's past. So, stuff like when it became Hanna-Barbera land stuff. Uh, when Cedar Fair bottom, so it showed Snoopy. When they introduced Halloween Haunt into the mix, so all the drones came together to look like a giant pumpkin, as well as have that evil laugh in the background. It also talked about Winterfest when it's on that three separate times. Stuff like that. And that was a rather cool thing. Now, the event itself was about 20 minutes long, give or take. But overall, it was a very cool event to see, as it's something you don't really expect much from an amusement park um, regarding the end of the night. Most times when these parks announce something like that, it'll just be some fireworks and that's about it. Now, overall, I also forgot to mention as well, uh, this was more in the water park side of things, but they also did introduce a couple of these in the actual theme park itself. They had these cool, like, specialty frozen drinks that you could choose from. I forgot what they were offhand. You could, I know one place you could get it was the beer garden right behind Hank's Grill, which that's going to become a new name going into this coming season for due to that expansion that they're doing. Now, overall, it was a very cool experience to see um, and feel, because you felt like they were trying to have a party as well as just have normal operations at the same time. Now, one of the cool snacks I could say they had during this event, now I don't know if it's going to be there for this season or not. I certainly hope it does. Is they had a cool birthday crunch Dippin' Dots. So it was traditional birthday cake Dippin' Dots, and you add like this I guess it's like cake batter or something in that ballpark mixed in with it, so you would get that crunch along along with the taste of birthday cake. So that was rather cool to see and taste. So I do highly recommend it. Unfortunately, for this coming season, I don't think they're still going to have a lot of that. But because of that, it was rather cool to see, and I highly suggest you can look up videos about it and go from there.